I'm sharing my thoughts for today. I think it's very important that as survivors, we speak up, we use our voice, because your voice really does matter. And by doing so, I hope to protect others from being abused or sexually abused or harmed, whether it's a minister of a church or your own parents, like my story. Just know that you aren't alone. And the more I talk about it, the more I'm hearing from other survivors that they too have experienced abuse and are being silenced. And yeah, I'm not the only one. And I'm here to raise my hand to say that I was harmed by my minister father. I was silenced into submission, and I will no longer be silent. I'm done. I'm absolutely done. But here's just some food for thought. So before coming out and sharing my story, I, of course, spent 2 years since finding out I was donor conceived to when I set that personal boundary in 2023 to protect my emotional and mental health, that I needed to say something. I needed to speak up. I needed to stand up for myself. I have 4 children. 3 of them are girls, and I'm really afraid about this world that I am going to be raising them in, where I don't feel comfortable sending my children to church in Sunday school around ministers, especially that, when my own father is a head minister of a church and is hiding sexual abuse and child abuse and is denying all of it. So, of course, before I came out with my story, I tried my very hardest. This was just my personal way of doing it. You may find your own path, but my path was that I needed to speak with the board members about the abuse, and what Peter was doing is wrong. And I don't believe that ministers should be ministering in front of churches when they don't even treat their own family members with respect and have done crimes against them and are not repenting. And it worries me. It troubles me that it's troubling to me that he's still in front of the church, still running the church as if nothing ever happened, lied to the board members that what I said was a lie. Of course, it's not. I wouldn't be out publicly exposing the truth if it was. But it's really scary that he's not admitting and that he's continuing to lie, because it just makes me think that, and I already know, that I'm not the only one, and that he's hiding abuse and sexual abuse for others as well. And he doesn't want to admit that he's harmed his own daughter, because then that would also mean he would have to admit the crimes done against others. That's the only way I can put this. That's the only way I can see this situation. Is I already know there's other victims, there are other survivors out there who are silenced. And I'm just one of the victims, one of Peter's victims that is speaking out. And I want to use my voice for good. I want to teach others that healing is important, setting boundaries is important. And I also want to teach others to be careful, that not all ministers of churches are safe. And it's really scary, considering that my dad has a daycare in his own house, a home daycare in his own house with small children that I know he's not going to protect. If need be, he wouldn't report sexual abuse. He wouldn't report abuse in general. He didn't do it to his own daughter, and I know he wouldn't do it to anyone else. He won't repent to the sins he's done against me, the child abuse, hiding sexual abuse. All of these things have come to light, and he's still lying about it, because I understand that he's afraid of what the community will think about him. But I also believe he's afraid of the other survivors coming out, seeing that he's repented to his daughter, or whatever it is, whatever happens. He would then have to be accountable for all of the other survivors that he's hurt as well, all the other victims. And that's the scary part about this. So that's why, one of the main reasons why I decided to speak up, speak out, because I know I'm not the only one. And if you're out there listening and you're watching my stories or following me on YouTube, you aren't alone. If you ever need a friend to talk to, if you need someone to reach out to listen to, I'm here. And I will be that friend. But yeah, I hope you're all having a good Sunday. And this world is a better place because you're in it.